People who have gone from drinking diet soda daily to no soda, or what changes have you noticed? I quit drinking soda of any kind almost 16 years ago now. It was ruining my teeth, and nobody should have their teeth rotting that early in life. I quit getting cavities. I lost 10 pounds. Endure 8 weeks of hellish headaches from withdrawal, and I generally don't miss soda much. I will have one twice a year. Maybe. Special occasions. I hate tea and coffee. So suffice to say I have virtually no caffeine tolerance anymore. I only see the stuff if I have to take painkillers. I don't drink, either. So suffice to say I'm totally and utterly boring. I drank 3 cans of Diet Coke for years. Things I remember changing when I stopped falling asleep became massively easier. My anxiety level went way down, and pooping got a lot easier, no joke. Also, finishing larger projects and homework assignments got way easier. Downsides were I gained about 5 pounds in the month or two after I stopped, and my normal creativity levels and making art were a lot harder at first. That got better over time though. Obviously a fair amount of this was due to caffeine, but not really sure where the lines are. I didn't quit entirely, but I went from 3 Coke Zeros a day to 1 a week. My stomach feels a lot better, and I rarely get heartburn where before I was taking Tums every night. I still have a coffee in the mornings, so I didn't really get the caffeine withdrawal headaches that seem common. Weirdly, I feel thirstier. I drink a lot more water now. Also lots of mint and chamomile teas. Some stuff like burgers and pizza just isn't the same without it though. So I'm thinking about getting a drink mate to make sparkling lemonade or something. Up until I was in high school, all I drank all day long was diet soda. I don't remember drinking water in the 90s. Then I stopped and would randomly have one, maybe once a month. Didn't notice a difference, except sometimes no other beverage would hit the post. The last few weeks or so, my boyfriend and I are obsessed with Coke Zero. We also cut down drinking drastically. So we are basically replacing one addiction with another. But I'd take a diet soda addiction any day over the alcoholism that runs in both our families. Diet Coke, then a Coke Zero drinker. Was 6 a day. Got down to 1 a day in 2017. Then quit it all and switched to water. Start the day with coffee now. Drink water the rest of the time. Now. And I have soda, the diet stuff tastes off. The regular stuff was always too sweet and still is. I miss the fizz, but I am not into fizzy water. It's not the same. No weight gain loss. I didn't replace it with anything with calories. No other changes. I do drink more water if it's cold, and I use a Yeti cup to keep ice in my water all day. This is me right now. I was for cans of Diet Coke a day. Then I started getting into coffee. Last week I almost had a panic attack. Felt overwhelmed by dread for no reason. Stopped cold turkey. It's now day 6, and for like the last 3 days I couldn't bend over to pick up anything off the floor without noticeable discomfort in my hamstrings. Not cramps really, just tightness and similar to DOMS. But nothing else changed in my daily routine. Took me a while to Google and make the connection to withdrawal symptoms. I used to drink nothing but diet soda pretty much every day. Horrible habit, really. Turkey because I read it wasn't good for cholesterol and mine is a bit high. And I have a family history of heart disease, so I wasn't going to risk it even if the cause effect isn't that clear yet. I noticed no difference at all, TBH. At least, I don't think I did. My gut health improved dramatically. But that was about a year after I quit, so I can't really say if these two things are related at all. Many years ago I was addicted to soda. Then I got a terrible stomach bug that lasted for days. I realized I hadn't had soda in as many days, somehow didn't crave it, and was satisfied with water, so I just didn't drink it. This lasted just over 3 weeks. In that time my previously blasted belly had shrunk semi-significantly, and I'd lost several pounds, at least a few more than from being sick. Very quickly returned to my normal shortly after starting to drink soda again. YMMV. I went from drinking soda 90 of the time to now absolutely nothing. The main thing that I've noticed is that I no longer feel violently nauseous too much carbonation, and I no longer get heart palpitations. I stopped drinking soda back in November of last year, and if I do go back it's going to be nowhere near the amount I used to drink before. I actually had a sip of Sprite the other day, and it actually kinda hurt unfair. It was like drinking static. Did not enjoy. I drank 2 or 3 diet sodas a day with lunch and dinner, sometimes more, which was obviously too much, but they are very addictive. I quit soda entirely after because I'm trying to drink more water and fruit juice for hydration, and the soda was very dehydrating. After a few months, the main difference I notice is that anything sweet now tastes extremely sweet. So I've cut down on most sweets in general cause they don't even taste good anymore, just like pure sugar. I've cut back from maybe 6 diet sodas a day to maybe 1 a day, or 1 every other day. My biggest takeaway is that I really don't fart that much anymore. So for me, I think the biggest difference was just the carbonation. And when I do have my single, can I nurse it more? Because I want to savor it and make it special. But also since I cut down, the sweetness is now too sweet, so it's hard to actually drink it fast. But when I do have a diet soda now, switched to no flavor seltzer. Not as expensive but still money. I drink more of them. I am fuller, so don't eat as much, but I'm always bloated from the gas. I get grossed out by sugar when I drink it and can tell artificial flavors by the taste usually. My smell and taste are only about 70% of what they were before COVID, so who really knows? The seltzer is just more refreshing than a soda was. Less beer too. It's weird. I suppose the most surprising result is that I am not more tired. I used to feel tired, so I'd have coffee in the morning and a diet caffeinated soda around lunch so I could get through the day. After working to remove caffeine from my diet and replace all of that with just still water, I'm not tired all the time. I expected I would be, and that would lead me back to caffeine. But I'm just generally more alert now. I drank Coke Zero for a very long time. When I quit, I got a headache for about a day. I figure it was my brain craving aspartame then. Nothing after that, outside of the obvious health benefits of not drinking it. I figure if I quit a drink and I get headaches due to that, it's probably not a good drink to begin with. Now it's boring old water. Thankfully, Metro Vancouver has absolutely incredible tap water. I did this many years ago. Was already caffeine-free soda, so no headaches. I lost about 10 pounds, despite drinking diet. I think this is attributable to also losing a lot of my sweet tooth. I think the soda was perpetuating it. Nowadays I rarely crave sweets, and at this point it's been so long that I don't even like it anymore. I find it too sweet and the bubbles are irritating. I much prefer water. The way I see it is like this: the 2 ginger ales I drink per day would be replaced with something else that's probably more unhealthy, because I'd still be wanting to have something sweet. I drink a ton of water every day and pee every hour, so that ginger ale isn't spending much time in my body. It's also one of the few things that brings me joy on a daily basis, so no, I won't be giving up sodas. Honestly, growing up and in university I drank a ton of diet. Always hated sugar drinks. I stopped after graduating, and it's been a few years. I used to get these weird pangs of pain in my teeth. I'm eating less sugar and trash in general. I don't get the sharp nerve pangs anymore. They have always been excessively sensitive, as noted by dentists' authors. But still, nature is healing. I drank diet soda. Gave up anything besides water and coffee. I didn't notice anything when I quit. But if I drink one now, diet or sugar, I immediately feel terrible and regret drinking it. I had a rum and Coke at a function a few weeks ago. I should have just had a shot or something on the rocks. After the initial withdrawal, I don't miss soda at all. Coffee is next to give up. No real difference for me. Honestly, I stopped drinking it after I had my second child because it just tasted awful to me. And I had loved it previously and it never went back to tasting good. My son is 12, so I don't think it's going to ever change back. I found I do like seltzer, and I think it's really more the bubbly sensation I like than the flavor. So I'm sticking with flavored seltzers. It wasn't diet, But I stopped drinking regularly soda recently. I was going on around for cans of Pepsi a day to zero. And I'm pretty irritable right now, not gonna lie. That was 100 of my caffeine intact and the majority of the sugar I was consuming. I wish I was the type who could have one every once in a while. But I know if I have one today, I'll go out and buy a flat tomorrow. Nothing. I used to drink to 3 Coke Zeros a day, then taper down to 1 can early in the day in an effort to reduce my caffeine intake. I cut that out to several months ago and haven't noticed any difference. Now I mainly drink coffee, tea, and water with sugar-free flavor enhancers. I had a Coke Zero today for the first time in at least a month, and it was wonderful. If you're drinking diet soda with the hope that it's healthier or to lose weight, you're in for a rude awakening. The artificial sweeteners have their own issues and have been known to cause similar insulin spikes and related physiological interactions to sugar itself. So, instead of going soda to diet soda, just go to diet soda to plain old water route. I only make it through short spurts, but I do notice differences even in those short times. My skin feels less sticky. My stomach purbles less. I normally shower every other day, and on shower day, my armpits smell less bad. My saliva is less viscous. I urinate more often. I'll note that I'm just not cutting out the diet soda, but I'm replacing it with water. Why cut out pop? But in the periods when I've reduced it to maybe once a week, I pee less frequently, and my heart rhythm is more regular, is sometimes a little wacky on caffeine. Doctor not concerned. Also no longer get caffeine headaches after I break the cycle. Currently drinking way too much diet soda, hoping to cut it out again soon.